Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is petplatypus here, and it's time to review another episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. So, this episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, kind of boring. Really, it was. Kind of extremely boring. So, just to point out the little parts, there's a scene where Kuwabara's sister says something she shouldn't have, and Keiko gets all pissed off and runs away, but all she does is run down to the stadium to try and get Yusuke to stop fighting, but she ends up going after her. She gets ambushed by these dudes, one of them looking like straight up the lizard from Spider-Man with a third eye. And, yeah. They start taunting her. She gets rescued by the dude with, the scar on his eye that has, Togoro's team. He's their manager, I guess. And, he blah, 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 can't talk. He saves her, tells her to be careful. That was extremely pointless. I don't know if that was, blah, 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 talking, fuck. I need to relearn it, I guess. I don't know if that was filler or not, but it was pointless regardless, so that's a negative. That was a really dumb scene that was totally not necessary and dragged out the episode. They had to have the committee decide whether the Knife's Edge deathmatch was an okay thing to do, which makes no sense at all. They can use any weapon they want. If they happen to fucking put their feet on knives and keep beating the shit out of each other, how does that, why does the committee have to decide on that? That doesn't make any sense to me, but a killing is allowed, right? Hiei just totally fucking roasted that dude and cremated him like it was nothing, so that was weird how the committee had to decide. And there's so much hype, the lightning strikes the knives, which is cool, but for almost the entire first half of the episode, they do nothing. They explain the Knife's Edge deathmatch. I think it's a great concept, honestly. It's a really good concept for a fight. And, you have Kuwabara giving the speech, and you see, the imagery of, everything breaking away, and, the wave, tidal wave and shit. That was all really cool. But the actual fighting is just that's all it is. There's nothing happening. There's almost no impact to most of the punches. Some of them do. Some of the close-ups have good impact, and there's this nice scene where the background's completely blue, you see their shadows, and it's zooming around as they're hitting each other. But again, there's not really much impact to the punches, you know what I mean? A couple of cool shots where they take a hit, and it would be this painted, red-orangish drawing. That was kind of cool. You have Keiko watching, seeing how much fun Yusuke's having. It's cool, some of it, but a lot of it is just these far back shots of them wailing on each other, and it just doesn't have an impact, really. Waiting for the committee to decide was really fucking slow. Almost nothing happened in this episode outside of finishing their fight. I mean, just for almost literally the majority of the episode was wasted, honestly. You get the fucking return of the Pidgeotto / Pidgeot dude in the audience. I saw him, that was cool. Couple of other funny people in the audience, just the way they're drawn. This one turtle-looking dude, I was like, Gamera! The only other thing to point out is that this dude from Togoro's team showed up, and he goes into this hallway, and he has this fabulous hair and shit. He goes in there, cuts these dudes down, or so you think. He just goes in, sweep, he's sitting there, and you're like, oh, these guys are gonna cut apart and shit. No, they just fucking explode in this fireball, and I'm like, whoa! That was escalating extremely quickly. He just blitz, sits there, fucking fireball. I'm like, whoa, dude, settle down. That's intense. And yeah, he wants to fight Yusuke. We meet up with Toguro. For some reason, Togoro's voice seems different. I don't think it's a totally different voice actor, but he's very he does that and every his fucking has this weird fucking creak in his voice for some reason. Kind of annoying, but whatever, it's not a huge deal. So yeah. And that team loses. Obviously, Yusuke wins. Cool headbutt to finish it. Chu collapses. Hooray for Yusuke's team. But yeah, like I said, it was kind of disappointing, honestly. The animation could have been better. I'm not saying it needed to be Hiei versus that one dude with the fucking Dragon of the Darkness Flame. It didn't have to even be that level animation, but at least I don't know, what was another really well-animated scene? I don't know, but the animation could have been a lot better. Or hell, even the animation level of when, it was double shotgun, giant energy ball, and the zooming around and shit, that was really good. So, it could have been at least been that level animation, but whatever. It was alright, I guess. Still, it could have been a fucking 11 out of 10 episode. This Knife's Edge deathmatch was an awesome idea, but not as executed as well as it could have been, so probably gonna set this episode around like a 6.5. Honestly, it's a decent episode. It has its redeeming parts. It's not bad at all, but it's just really slow. Not a lot happens, so there's a lack of story progression. The animation wasn't all that. Didn't hate it, but it was a decent episode. I'll go 6.5 out of 10. So, yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of Yu Yu Hakusho in the comments below. I have an Instagram now. You can check that out on my channel. There's a link to it on my channel banner. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.